Hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of So Inspire Me IGTV. This video is going to be a video about the sewing machine and the sewing machine parts. Just a little bit of terminology. I'm not going to go into every detail about the machine. I will have other videos with that, but I just wanted to give you some basic terminology. So you beginner sewers to just beginning to start sewing, and you want to know some terminology, so when you talk to another seamstress or whatever, you'll be able to feel in the conversation that you will know what you're talking about. So I'm going to give you a few basic things that you're going to know, and so when you read those patterns, you will be able to understand what they mean when they say hand wheel or something like that. So stay tuned to this video. Don't forget to hit the comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. Alright, here is the machine that I'm talking about, and if you look at my other channel, you would see how to thread it. I'm going to actually put another video on this channel threading it again. I want to do another version of it, so stay tuned to that. But this is the Brother CE11 PRW machine, and I just want to discuss some parts of it. Right here you have the spool pin and the spool pin holder. This is the holder to keep the spool of thread from falling off as you sew, and as you sew on your machine, this is going to roll. So this spool pin holder is to hold the thread in place so that it can stay right there on the spool. This is for the bobbin, to make your bobbins. A lot of seamstresses feel like the pre-wound bobbins, the one that you can buy that's already threaded, they tend to not like those. They say those are not good for your machine. I'm not really sure. I've never had that issue. But I've never bought any pre-wound thread as far as for the bobbins. But that depends on you. This was the little thing I was talking about for 74 cents, the little stickies. And I just put them on my machine, just random places. I have two on the side too. This is the on and off switch on the side. So, I don't know if I mentioned it on this channel, but this is the machine that I bought, a machine that I bought from Walmart for like $149. So, if you want to follow along in my videos, I'm going to be using this machine, and I'm also going to be using this one that I said that I got from the thrift store. It's a Singer machine. I'm not sure of the like the number, the model number or anything, but I'm going to be using this machine on some videos and this machine on some videos. So actually I'm truly a Brother fan, but I do like the Singer machine as well. It's very heavy, but I'm going to do my research as far as finding out what the model number is. But it's pretty much the same. You see how on here it has a spool pin as well, and a spool pin holder. Same thing. So no matter what kind of machine you have, you're going to have a spool pin and a spool pin holder somewhere on there. And here's the bobbin winder. Okay. So, and let's see, what else can I tell you? This is the reverse button on here, and it's sort of like a backwards arrow type of thing. So, and on this machine, here's the reverse button. So they are pretty much the same. So if anyone tells you, I don't know how to thread the machine, or you become intimidated because you have a different machine than what I'm using, and you're trying to thread it, it's pretty much the same basic stuff. Like when you thread this machine, I'm gonna have a video on both of these on how to thread it, but you see it's the same thing basically. You see this is step number 3. right here, and this is step number 3 right here. Same thing. This is called the presser foot, and your machine comes with different y'all got to excuse my baby. This is called a presser foot, and you can change it. There are different kinds of presser feet that you can use for your machine. Here is 3 of them. There's different kinds, and I actually found out, you guys, that this machine can actually do quilting. I did not know that because I was looking at the book because I wanted to I was looking up something, and the book said that this machine quilts too. I did not know that. I had this machine for a couple of years now, and by not reading the book, you know how you get the machine and you get ready to start, and you're like, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, and all that kind of stuff, and you're like, I don't need to read the book. Well, actually, I did need to read the book because I would have known a long time ago that I can quilt on it, because that's another thing that I'm trying to venture into is quilting. So be looking out for some videos as far as that. But enough about that. This is called the throat plate. And on the throat plate comes some numbers. 5, 8, you see 2, you see 1, you see 4. This is where you would line up your fabric to sew. A lot of those patterns that you have will tell you what kind of seam allowance it is. If it doesn't have the seam allowance on there, it is automatically assumed to be 5/8 inch. So write that down. If it does not have the seam allowance on your pattern anywhere, it's going to have it. When I take out the instructions, it's going to have it. It may or may not have it. If it does not, it is automatically assumed to be 5/8 inch. And I'm going to show you some other videos on how to read patterns and stuff like that. But I don't want to discuss that so much right now. But this is called a throat plate. And this is the presser foot. These are called feed dogs. You can drop these feed dogs when you are starting to quilt. And I know I'm going off on another rabbit chase, but when you want to quilt, you are to drop those feed dogs down. And I'm going to show you how to do that on that video. I'm not going to do it on this video. You have the automatic needle threader. You have the, and that's this. You have the presser foot lever. That's this right here. You just lift it up and down. This holds your fabric in place so that you can be able to measure correctly and sew in a straight line, and it holds your fabric. This is the bobbin holder right here. What else can I say? This is called the hand wheel. It brings the needle up and down. So whenever you need to pivot, and I will have another video talking about sewing terminology. So, but this video is just going to be about the parts of the machine. And of course, you have at the bottom, you have your foot pedal. And a lot of seamstress, they have something under it to keep it from slipping. And I don't need it, but just in case. Some people, they either make them something or whatever. Okay, my baby's knocking, so this is the end of the video. And I think this is all I wanted to talk about. This is to adjust the tension on your machine, and I will discuss this in another video. So these are some terms that you should automatically know when you start sewing. So stay tuned to more videos. Thank you so much for watching.